Hi and welcome to a video which I'll be doing on all my cooking utensils, stoves and that sort of thing, and I'll try and give some prices on certain things. If it's something I've got in the Fox box, I'm not going to really include a price because although it has a price, a recommended price that what it should be, obviously I didn't pay for that. So the first thing I think I'll start off with will be this thing here. And it's Creature Comfort. It's just a regular kettle. I know you can boil water in many other things, but I don't know, there was just something about it I liked. It also comes with a tea diffuser, which is always good. I do like my fresh tea. So now the price on this kettle, let's have a look. I paid £14.10 for that. Yeah, I've got it down as it's a Altad 1.4 litre portable kettle. There's a brand here. I don't know if that's a Pacific brand. I'm sure it is. Next we will well, something that you've probably seen before if you've seen any of my other videos, and it's the Esbit coffee maker. Now that was about £30 something. Let's have a look. Yeah, £36.60. Basically you just fill it up to just underneath the safety valve of water, and then you fill this bit with coffee, or a spoon and a bit maybe, and then you stick it on the stove, and the water will steam up through the middle of the hole there, and then obviously no coffee granules can get through this mesh just here. Coffee comes out there. Now that came with, which also does fit inside of this, it comes with a stove stand for it, so that would sit on top of there, and a tiny little Esbit tablet holder stand which will go underneath. Now if you see my videos, it seems to take a long time to actually boil the water, so I think it'd probably be better just on a regular stove, if I'm honest with you. So I think what I'll end up doing is not taking that with me, but I can fill the inside of this, where this would normally go, with, I don't know, tea, coffee, creamers, you know, that sort of stuff. So all that was £36.60. This cup here, this was a nice little cup. I paid quite a bit for it, but I did like it. Let's have a look and see what the price of this was. This was, for two of them, it was £16.93. So if you have the price of that, that's about what, £8, £7, somewhere in between around that. And it's called, I'll have to put this up I think on the screen because I can't even pronounce it. It's Kapilka or something like that. It's a Kapilka mug. It's I think it's like Swedish or something like that. Danish, Swedish, can't think. I think it's like plastic, like recycled plastic or something. Not too sure. I've used it though, it's very nice. And obviously it comes with a spoon. Right, next I'll show you this one here. Now this actually came as, I got two of these pouches because it came with two inside. So I'll just get one out. There is actually two in there. It's just a windbreaker, 5 panel each. It's quite a tall one. which I've got this one here with another kit, which I'll show you. I won't get it out, but it's, as you can see, it's about half the size, and I could do with something bigger, so I went and paid for a taller one. Now for the 10 panels, so it was 2 5s that you got together. That was £4.24, and that was for both of them, for 10 panels. Again, I thought that was a very good price. Let's move on to just a water container. That's just a 1 litre water container. It's plastic. It's got a little pouch at the front there. Put some water tablets in there, purifying water tablets. You can attach it Marley style or to your belt. You can put belt loop through there as well. So yeah, now I use that for work, so I get a lot of use out of that. And that is Highlander plastic water bottle olive, 1 litre. That was £6.99, so £7. This here is kind of what I've put together a little bit. I don't know what the price of the pouch is off the top of my head, but it comes with, well, I've put in there a 750ml water bottle, so stainless steel, so if I need to use that for boiling water I can. It's also got a very wide open neck, which I think is always a handy thing to have, especially if you want to make sure it's clean inside. I've had things before where I've used them for a long time, I've washed them, but you get these like bubbly bits inside you just can't get off. I don't know what it is, and I end up throwing it away. But I know you can get this certain sort of metal that's supposed to stop something. I'm not too sure what it is, but I know this was one of them. This is a glog, if that's how you say it, a glog. Yep, wide neck stainless steel. That was £9.50, and again I use that for work. I'll take both of them to work. Now inside, I think it's the front of this pouch, just a bag. I've got a BCB stove which came with some fire dragons. Okay, which again you would have seen me use this with the Esbit on one of the videos to see how long it would take to actually have some coffee come out. So it's quite nice. You can, depending on how big the pot is, you can change the size of it. It's got some notches just here to hold it safe. I mean, I could probably use the smaller one of these with this because it will just go around the bottom part. So now this came with obviously 3 fire dragons. Also came with a flint and steel or ferro rod. Okay, it was called a BCB Bushcraft cooking kit with fire dragon. £7.99, which I don't think is a bad price, to be honest with you. Next we've got the Warrior cooking unit. Now this I've put down without a price because it was what I got with the firebox, which came with a stove, which I can put a trencher in, which I have a trencher somewhere. And a this is web text, but it's a BCB Crusader mug style shape, handle, everything seems to be the same. And that was like I said, that was with the firebox, so I'm not going to put a price on that. I can't think how much the price was as a recommended. If you go back and watch my video of I think it was in box number 7, so just have a look at that one. Let me get the trangia. Okay, there's the trangia, which can fit inside of there. Probably a bit too tall for that actually, because it doesn't fit right in there, but I could put some hexi box in there, put a fire dragon in there. The trangia though was a lot of this stuff will be eBay price, not eBay, Amazon prices, Amazon UK. Okay, Trendier Spirit Burner was £11, and that comes with this little thing here, so you can change, I suppose, the amount that comes through. There we go. I'm sure you've all seen these before. Again, I've not actually used this yet, so I'll definitely have to do a video of that. Next we'll go with this here, which is again, this was something I got with the Fox box. It was just down as stacking set, so that's what I'll call it, a stacking pan set. So we have a lid. And two different size pans, very deep as well, so which is always handy. I think this came with some cutlery, which will be in one of these other boxes, so when I get to it I will just show that. So again, I won't put a price on this. Okay, next we'll go with the Crusader kit, and I got all this together. All this came together, even the pouch, this multicam pouch. This actually was probably the most expensive of everything I got here. This was $39.97. Now it came with a fire steel. I don't know if the fire steel's in here. So you've got your plastic mug. Also come with a transparent BCB Crusader cup lid. Got this. This is your I think 750ml water canteen Osprey. So as far as I'm aware, this is an official British military kit that they use. I'm not 100% sure on that. And there you see the Crusader mug, which is very similar to this. Obviously it is different in size, the shape is slightly different, the same idea. And that comes with a stove as well. Okay, there's your stove, and obviously this one fits the Trendier perfectly. I'm guessing then that's what it was designed for anyway. So that's how it all fits together. And this here, this is what came with this slot here, so that's what that comes with. Now this here was probably one of the first stoves I actually brought. The small windbreak actually came with this. Just want to check the colours of that. Yeah, silver as well. Although I bought the case for it. Which is a very tight squeeze, but it does fit in there. Stops it from all rattling, I suppose. Right, so this pot here will hold, is it 800 mils? Yes, 800 mils. Obviously it's backwards because you can see it from the inside. So this kit all came with two pans of two different sizes. Okay. As you can see on the inside of there, hope you can see it. You've got your different levels. So that came with the windbreak, and it also came with this very compact stove, which all opens up, and it also has a self-spark, and that was so I think this was called the iTech or cookware set, which was the stove, the windbreak, and the pots. That came separately. So, but it all fits inside, even the bigger one does. All fits in there, and that was $15.99, which again I think was a really cheap price. Like I said, that's all self-contained. I mean, you could even fit the windbreak in there, but I don't. So, I also got another cutlery set, which was this one here. This here was just, it's the same sort of idea I suppose, just different sizes. It does have a bottle opener on top, and this one has one just there. But they all lock in together, so you've got a spoon, knife and a fork. And this is a BCB KFS, which I think is knife, fork, spoon set, and that was £3.75. Now the last thing to show you is more for if I'm going away and I've got the car available, because it's just one of these sort of standard stoves. Don't cost a lot really. You'd be quite surprised how much this cost. So it all opens up. It'll sit on there. It's got a safety thing. It won't actually ignite. Oh, that's this way around, so it's very clever. Now for this and 8 butane bottles, which is the size of this, there's one actually inside there. I don't think I'll be able to open it. No, I won't be able to open it just yet. I'm going to get a bottle just to show the size. So for the stove and 8 of these butane gas bottles, it is, if I can find it, that was £19.89, so that's just £20 for 8 of them. Of them in this. Okay, I just got one more thing. Yeah, just one more thing, and it's these. Now these are pretty much just oven gloves. They're labelled as grill gloves, so I use these with a barbecue sometimes. They can withstand heat up to 500 degrees Celsius, and that's I think 932 Fahrenheit. So you can pretty much pick hot coals up with this. So very good if you're going to be having a fire, open fire, and you need to move logs or something like that. This is going to withstand the heat. But these were about £20, but I think they are very worth it. 21.97, so 22 quid. So that is all my bit of ice here there. That is all my cooking equipment gear. I don't think I've missed anything out. I hope you like this video. I hope this was interesting for you. And as I use these things, I will show you me use them and give you my honest opinion on whichever item I'm using. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.